Hello, welcome back. It's time for our second segment, See the Stories. Now we'll talk about what has gone viral on social media. Now, are you aware of the latest trend with the phrase, of course, blah, blah, blah?
Yes.
You're blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Right? So, we're news anchor.
We're news anchors.
Of course, we put on makeup before we go on air.
Yes. Of course, people think that we speak like this in real life.
No,
We
unfortunately,
don't.
no, we have to disappoint you on that part.
Well, speaking of that trend, let's check out this clip.
Of course, I'm Indonesian. Every meal is a feast.
Ya iyalah gue orang Indonesia, I'm immune to body shaming. My God, Cindy udah lama gak ketemu.
So you've probably seen this trend on TikTok or Instagram where people share snippets of their daily activities like, I am Indonesian, of course I'm blah 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 blah, and then add their unique twist on it.
Yes, netizens from around the world have embraced the trend and would create satires or dark jokes about their life.
And one of them being Indonesian content creators who have jumped on the trend, making hilarious parodies and satirical takes on their daily experiences.
Of course, I'm Indonesian. Every meal is a feast.
Ya iyalah gue orang Indonesia, I'm immune to body shaming. My God, Cindy udah lama gak ketemu.
Even he laughed at his own videos.
That's how hilarious he is.
Now we have in our studio the content creator himself, Rama Lauw. Good evening, Rama.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And now, thanks to your video, we know that you are Indonesian.
I am indeed. I have the passport to prove it.
Yeah. I thought he was a foreigner.
Oh yeah, people would thought so until he actually displayed all the things about a feast, Indomie, and all of those things.
Right.
So your, of course, Indonesian content has caught plenty of attention. So when and how were you aware that it went viral, first of all?
Well, I mean, I could see the numbers on
Oh
social
yeah,
media.
that's true.
So
That's true. How could
that's why I did
not
like a
find that?
4-part series. I started with one because I was traveling back home, and then I just noticed like a lot of things that made me feel like, oh wow, I'm Indonesian. Yeah, I do all these things. So I was like, why don't I jump on this, of course, blah 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 trend, but do one to tell my followers as well about where I'm from and my culture. Yeah.
So the trend existed before, and then you hopped on the train.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the of course I'm Indonesian, but people were doing like, of course I'm the oldest child, of course I'm the youngest,
true,
you know?
true.
So I was like, oh, I can do something, but also tell more about my culture.
When did you start being a content creator?
I
What
started
year was it?
3 years ago, yeah.
Just 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and he has gone viral so many times. But before you jump into this career path, like content creator nowadays is a career. You can consider that as a
Well, it pays.
serious,
It pays.
yeah, serious way of earning money, right? Before you jumped in, did you think that you will become like this? Did you plan it, or it
No,
just
it
goes
wasn't
like that?
something I had planned, like, but I kind of just created content out of boredom. Like I started during the COVID lockdown. I was living in Germany at the time, and I just didn't have anything to do. I was new to the country. I couldn't meet people. I couldn't do anything. So that was like an outlet where I could express myself almost. And I don't know, some of my videos went viral, so I just kept creating them, and here we are today.
So
lucky.
you started creating content since 3 years ago.
3 years
so
ago, yeah.
this whole thing about the trend of course I'm Indonesian, blah blah blah, is just recently, like a couple of months ago. So,
months
but
ago.
before that, what kind of content have you posted or have you made?
Yeah, so I like to do a lot of content about the struggles of navigating adulthood. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm struggling.
We are struggling
You know,
too.
I'm worrying about so many things.
The room is filled with fights and all the things about adulthood.
Yeah, so that's kind of the idea, because also like it was during lockdown, so I was like feeling a lot of emotions,
Yeah.
and not all positive emotions. But I've always used humor kind of like a shield. Like if I can laugh about my problems, that means I'm above it. You know, that I can
Yes.
overcome them. So I would say my content that people like the most probably are my free 99 content, where I try to sell these struggles in like a I don't know, salesy way, where I'm like I don't know. have insomnia, ruin tomorrow before it even starts, you know? Something like that. Yeah.
So, have you paid your electricity bill?
Oh no.
Well, Rama, you look like someone who has the ability to observe culture, certain culture, and you certainly lived abroad before for more than 8 years, right?
Yeah, a little over 8 years. now,
Could
yeah.
you please share with us your experience living abroad? What countries have you lived in?
Yeah, so I moved to the US January 2016, and I lived there for 4.5 years, and then I lived in Germany for a year, and then Spain for the last 2 years. Yeah, I think I moved abroad when I was 16, so I experienced a lot of culture shock. But I think I've learned that like there are a lot of like universal things, and I think that's why I like making my videos as well. That like people from different cultures can actually connect to the like they're having the same issues. You know, they laugh about the same things.
So you have a variety of audiences in your platform, not just from Indonesia, but from all over the world.
Actually, I didn't have a lot of Indonesian viewers before, and that's why I wanted to do this. Of course, I'm Indonesian
I
because
see.
I make content in English, so a lot of my followers come from English-speaking countries, and they're always like wondering like where I'm from.
Yes.
Like nobody really knows because I'm.
I wondered about that too, honestly.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, why don't I share about my culture? And ever since I started doing these videos, actually more Indonesians have like followed me.
And
Is it-
engage with you more.
Yeah.
Is there any content then, that made people irritated? Because sometimes
No, I'm
the
so
topic-
lovely. Nobody could hate me.
But well, it's true. Based on the videos,
yeah.
it's safe to say that.
Yeah, they're like all the contents and you being so lovely in all those videos. But what I want to ask is, have you ever get any negative comments when you are posting about those satire things about being Indonesian? Because some of people might receive it differently,
Right.
in some sort of way.
I mean, I do get like I think when you're doing content at this scale, like hate comments are inevitable. Like I get comments from like people like criticizing what I say to just like my face. They just don't like my face, you know.
True.
Really?
And they're like, you look
That actually
slappable,
happens.
so, you know. But I think I've learned that these people, like when people leave hate comments, they were gonna do it anyway. If it's not me, it's the next video they scroll.
So it's not
You know, in fact.
substantial. I mean, those
Yeah.
comments would actually attack you in an unsubstantial manner,
Yeah.
not actually in your about your content or the topic that you've talked about, but actually even beyond that.
I mean, it's both because some people also don't like what I say. Because like obviously I have opinions that I share, and
True.
when you do content, you're sharing your worldview. So some people might not agree with me, but they're not the people I'm creating my content for. And you know, I think part of the beauty of doing content is that we can have different opinions and we can have discussions online.
Ah, true.
So yeah, hate comments are just part of it, and what matters is like 99% of the comments are lovely, and like I see people from different cultures connecting, and that's why I do this for.
I think you're born to be a content creator because I can see that you're very secure. I don't think any comments can affect you. Is that true?
I'm saying this now, but at home I'm just like crying, you know, like,
See?
why
He's
did they hate
funny.
me? But
Oh my God.
I try to be.
So, following the your contents about, of course, I'm Indonesian. Which Indonesian traits that you found most relatable to your daily life, or to your life in your family, or your
Right.
in household setting?
I think personally, the most Indonesian thing about me is that I'm cheap with my smiles. Like I smile a lot. I think Indonesians, like all of us, look at us, we're all smiling.
Agree. Agree.
Like I don't know, this is my resting face, you know, just like I'm smiling all the time. And especially in Ambon, like where I'm from, I don't know, it's like a small island. So like if you walk, I don't know, through a village and then like someone's cleaning their front porch, like you just say hi to everyone and you smile at everyone. So I feel like I carry that with me, like to all the places I've lived. Yeah, so I think I smile a lot, and all Indonesians smile a lot. We're
Yeah,
so friendly.
Speaking of which, just before I went here to the office, I just saw his video about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Indonesians are very lovely. You can greet
Cheap with
them.
the smiles.
Can greet them anywhere, and they will say hello back at you.
True, true.
Okay, now again about you living in other countries and you having these many audience around the world. What similarities did you find regarding what they like on social media?
Right. I feel like with humor, because I create English speaking content, I feel like at least I can speak for like I have a lot of U.S. audience. I feel like there's humor in like subtlety, a lot of wordplays, like hidden meanings.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in Indonesia maybe there's more physical comedy. I feel like that's more common, slapstick kind of jokes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, having lived abroad but also being from here, I could appreciate both kinds of humor. So I try to bridge that difference. Like I do both on my channel. I enjoy writing these jokes, but also I try to deliver them in a way where it's like could be enjoyed by people here as well.
And I think you're successful in doing so.
Thank you.
So, okay, one more question before we go on a break. For those English-speaking viewers of yours, have they asked or have they even emphasized on a certain Indonesian traits that they found very weird or unique, or they could not find anywhere else in their daily lives?
Well, to be honest, I feel like there's not that many Indonesians abroad. So to a lot of people, I'm like the first Indonesian they've ever met. But when I travel sometimes, like people who have been to Indonesia, I think it's kind of just, it's what I said before, that they're like, wow, you're so friendly, and I find that like Indonesians in general are so friendly. And I'm happy that I haven't broken that image about Indonesians being friendly, right? Imagine if they're like, all the Indonesians are friendly, but you really changed my view,
Now he looks like him on social media. Because before, when we first met here in the studio, why is he so calm, huh? Now you're being you, the persona
that you put on the social media.
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna pause the discussion because we're gonna have to take a little break. But of course, See the Stories will continue after that break. Still with Rama here, and we'll play a game too. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned on the 3-Hour News Show on See Today.